Hello friends, today is 10th of December 2008. I am about to leave to my university and today I am going to give this book back to Bob. He is one of my colleagues at university, a senior IT guy. He is a Protestant minister and he has given this book to me. And this is written by Ray Galea, and he was a born Catholic, and later on he has been converted to a Protestant belief. I think that he belongs to an Evangelical Church because Bob belongs to an independent Evangelical Church. And in this book he actually gives a very non-confrontational approach in discussing Catholic beliefs and the differences from Catholic belief to that of Protestant church. I should say that this book is written in a pretty nice language. As I said, a non-confrontational language. It is not arrogant, but at the same time trying to convey his own convictions in a very polite way. I appreciate that. As I read this book, there are so many chapters and so many ideas, and I thought that I will comment on at least few of them before I give this book back to Bob. When we go into chapter 3, it is about Christ and the Mass. I'm just coming after celebrating a Mass in the church early in the morning. Ray has got some problems in understanding Eucharist, the Holy Eucharist, Mass, the role of human priest in the place of Christ. He finds it difficult to understand the role of a human, so that is in inverted commas, a human priest. His idea is this: Jesus is the only priest, or maybe he was a divine priest. He doesn't say that, but Jesus as a God who came to the world, and he has acted as the high priest and the final priest, and that should not be the priest, the title of priest should not be given to any human being after Christ. That is a simple logic, but I think in the book itself, towards the end of the chapter, he gives a contradictory concept towards the end. Like he says, the irony of a Roman Catholic view of priest is that it misses what the New Testament actually does say about how Christians functions as priests. He, towards the end of that chapter, again acknowledges that the priest is a concept which could be actually given to human beings as well. Like he is referring to the universal priesthood of all Christians. So this is the irony which I feel, because on the one hand he bases almost all the arguments by saying that there is no need of a human priest after Jesus, and he is the final priest. But again, and he is giving all sorts of evidences from Bible and other places. But towards the end, he again says that, yes, we all are priests, and human beings can in one way or other become human priests, act as priests, but maybe to a lower degree. This is the only difference I think Catholic Church has got with the Protestants. The degree of that priesthood. There is a ministerial priesthood, and at the same time there is a universal priesthood. That is the understanding of Catholic Church, and which is quite understandable from Bible as well as from the traditions. Jesus himself has chosen 12, and he has given commandments to them, specifically calling them and especially inviting them to the first Mass he held. That is the Paschal service, where he lifted bread and wine and said, "This is my body, this is my blood," and asking them to do it in his memory. And that, of course, has got a very special significance to Catholic priesthood. That's one thing. And the second one, he has got the problems with the turning of bread and wine into Christ. I got a problem in pronouncing this wine and wine. Wine is something we drink, and wine is the tree in which the grapes grow. So don't be confused about that, even if I go wrong. Okay, here, what are the issues? The plus point about this particular portion of this chapter is he has beautifully explained the Catholic position of consubstantiation. It is a theological explanation of how the bread and wine become the body and blood of Christ. He has explained it beautifully well. But what is his problem? His problem is he thinks that it is idolatry. We are worshipping a kind of idol, like bread as an idol, wine as an idol. That is a quite difficult position as a Catholic to understand, because I don't worship bread, I don't worship wine, and we worship only Jesus Christ. And as he said in the Last Supper, the bread and wine becomes his body and blood, which means he wanted to continue his presence till the end of times. Here I think we have to understand one thing. Jesus is 100% divine, and at the same time he is 100% human. This may be another area which is being not mentioned here, which Protestant may disagree, I don't know. Catholics believe that Jesus is 100% human and 100% divine. As a human being, he had to die, but at the same time, as a divine being, as God, he wanted to continue his mission and his presence with his people. So how can we do that? So I think Jesus today, he was very creative. That's why he chose to die on the cross, but at the same time to keep his presence in this world through a small, if I say, technique, his technique. In Eucharist, he said, don't worry, you can experience, because I know human beings can experience something only through 5 senses. That's our limitation. So I will come in the form of, or I will make myself, my presence available through this bread and wine, if you celebrate that as in my memory. And that's the whole meaning of a Mass. Quite simple.